We're awake. We've had our work meeting for the day, and we are here for the Pokemon Presents. I am super excited for this because we are finally going to get information about Legends ZA. I guess we're here for the long haul. So, hope you guys are excited for Pokemon Presents Pokemon Day, and I am so looking forward to what's going on. As I hit my mic again like I do for the 15,000th time.
Hello everyone, I'm Ishihara from the Pokemon Company.
Hey!
Today, February 27, is Pokemon
Breaking
Day.
the fourth wall.
This is the date the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokemon series.
Yes.
It's been 29 years since the birth of Pokemon, and we've
Wait for
reached
next year
this
when we hit 30.
milestone through the support of all you trainers around the world. Thanks to all of you, it's now possible to enjoy Pokemon each day in a variety of ways.
Sprigatito, Fuecoco, Quaxley. Do we see anything in
hope to
particular
keep
around
bringing
that's
new
like to give
experiences
something
to
away?
brighten your
Nothing that I
day-to-day lives
see.
with Pokemon. In today's broadcast,
Nothing that I
we'll
see.
be sharing all the latest news about Pokemon, including our newest titles. Please enjoy the presentation.
Let's go!
It's the Netflix series Pokemon Concierge, taking place at the Pokemon
Oh,
Resort
I did hear
on a
about
tropical
this. They were
island.
gonna be doing
the story follows
a-
Haru, who is still finding her feet as a new concierge, and Psyduck as they grow together through their interactions with the
Interesting.
resort's Pokemon guests. Its charm lies
Looks
in
like
the warm visuals
Coraline,
that can
kind
be
of
achieved only
like
through
the
stop-motion
button
animation.
eyes.
And new episodes of Pokemon
and then the,
Concierge are
Nightmare
in
Before
production.
Christmas and
they
stuff
are
like
slated
that.
for release in September 2025. What sort of Pokemon
Interesting.
will Haru and Psyduck welcome as guests next?
Psyduck's
Take a first look at a few of the Pokemon they will meet in this motion test footage. Just look at the
Oh, that's pretty
personality
cool.
and how they move.
That's a
But
pretty
there's more.
good.
For a limited
Oh,
time,
they're not
the
all
first
like
4
that, though.
episodes are available to watch
That's
on
interesting.
Pokemon's official YouTube channel for free. Please take this chance to watch them if you haven't been able to tune in to Pokemon Concierge yet. And we hope you look forward to the new episodes as well.
So they disappear on March 9th, but you can watch
Hello,
them on YouTube on the
I'm
Pokemon
Utsunomiya
channel.
from the
I'm
Pokemon
assuming
Company.
on YouTube as well.
Next, we have a number of other announcements to share with you.
Jinx, Mr. Mime, Magmar, those are already done.
In Pokemon Go Tour Unova Global will take place on March 1st and March 2nd. This event can be enjoyed at no
Didn't they
cost
already have
from
Unova?
anywhere in the world where Pokemon Go is available.
Wasn't
During the event, the legendary
Oh, maybe it
Pokemon
wasn't.
Black Kira
I don't
and
think
White
Kyurem
Kira
and stuff
will
is
appear
in
raid
Pokemon
battles
Go
and
yet.
Elsewhere. Also, trainers will soon have a chance to encounter Victini and Shiny Meloetta. We'll also share
Of
promo
course,
codes
and
for
that's how
everyone
you
to
get
enjoy.
them
We hope
when
you're
they
looking
come
forward to
into
the
our
new
games
season two.
normally. Ooh, I saw that. They bring out Urshifu. Simulated game footage. I'm a Hoenn baby. This is making me so excited. I don't know what this is. Oh, pulling at my heartstrings. This is Pokemon Masters. Okay. Oh, that kind of hurt me a little bit. That kind of hurt. Is that an Appleton drink? I love that. I love that. So they just baked a Flapple and an Appleton and put them together. Okay. Okay. He's so cute like Coco. I love him. He's so dumb-faced. I don't know. I couldn't get into Pokemon Cafe for some reason. I don't know what it was. Is this for TCG? Oh, this looks good though. I'll tell you that right now. Pokemon Sleep is bringing in Darkrai and Cresselia. Okay, okay. Pokemon Unite. We're probably gonna... Okay. Okay, we're gonna be getting some new people into the Pokemon Unite. Suicune. Looking fly. Alolan Raichu. I know short-tempered or Tobin's gonna be extremely happy with that one. Alcremie as well.
Remote Stadium will be returning.
That Suicune
for
looked
ranked
good.
matches.
That Suicune looked
Enjoy
really
intense
good in that
battles the
outfit.
unforgettable Remote Stadium. A new type of battle is also arriving, called First to 500. In it, a new feature called Eos technology allows you to gain special effects when you score a certain number of points. Plus, look forward to an
Interesting.
updated map with updated wild Pokemon. The win condition is simple: be the first to score 500
Score
points.
500. Gift code. Get that if you want the emblem. Put it out there. There's the TCG that I was looking for. There's the TCG I was looking for. Because I'm pretty sure I have just about every single card, and I'm wondering what they're going to be doing next, because there's not a lot of content for it currently. It's kind of weird. T-Tar, Obama Snow, the Rotom looks pretty good. So this is a new pack. This has got to be a new pack. This has got to be the next pack that's coming out. Arceus EX, that's gonna be busted if I remember anything. February 28th. I'm gonna have to go back and check those. I gotta go back and check those. What time? All right, 6:40, 6:40, 6:40. I gotta remember that, 6:40. Card. Card, right? Those are cards. Got what? More TCG? Ho ho ho! Yo! That's gonna make decks
Next,
overpowered,
some
because
news
Lucario's
about
already
the
got some
Pokemon video
monster
game
decks
series.
anyways.
in the Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet games, we're celebrating Pokemon Day with a Rotom phone case giveaway.
Oh, cool! Oh, cool! I like those! Can I get that for my
Along with a
actual
mass
phone?
outbreak event and other in-game events to come.
Special outbreaks.
A
Okay.
mighty Meowscarada, Skeledirge, and Quaquaval will appear in a series of Terra Raid battle events.
At least you can get all the starters here.
And even more Pokemon are planned to appear in the future. We hope
So
you
a bunch of
continue to
pseudo.
enjoy the Pokemon Scarlet
I
and
want that
Pokemon
Metagross.
Violet games.
I want that Mighty Metagross. That Metagross and the Salamence.
Next,
I want those. Those
Please
are the
have
two
a
I'm
look
looking
at this
for.
video.
I love how it just says, just look for the next video. Old school way. Old school way of trading and battling. Oh. Don't that bring back some memories. Where you actually had to have the connector. Oh, jeez. Had it on the Wii. And then when it came on the... And now we have it on the full TV where we have it on the Switch. Uh-huh. Oh, this is Worlds! Are they putting a Pokemon game on the phone? Are they putting a Pokemon game on the phone? Or is this Worlds? Put way too much effort into that. Megas, Hisuian. That's Thrasalizing. They're gonna have it for both! They're gonna have a Pokemon game specifically for the phone that's not TCG and Pokemon Unite.
What you've just seen is the world's first glimpse of a new title, Pokemon Champions. This title will be focused on the Pokemon battles you know and love from core Pokemon games. Pokemon Champions will continue the tradition of pitting your skills against those of other trainers from around the world, but this time we're aiming for these core-style battles to be enjoyed by more players than ever before. Game Freak, the developer of the core games, is carrying out the planning for this
So it's made by
project,
Game
while
Freak.
development
Okay, so that's
is being
really good.
handled by the Pokemon Works. And Pokemon Champions will be coming not only to the Nintendo Switch family of systems, but to mobile devices too.
You
You'll
caught
be
that,
able to
right?
choose how you
Nintendo
want to
Switch
play based on where you
family.
are.
So there's
What's
gonna be
more,
there's
you
another
can also
Nintendo Switch.
connect
We all
with
know that at
Pokemon
this point.
Home.
It also connects with Pokemon
Thanks to
Home.
this connectivity, you won't be limited to using Pokemon you can partner up with in Pokemon Champions. You'll be able to team up with Pokemon who joined you on your adventures in previous
That's
Pokemon
really
games.
cool. That
We
is
hope you're looking
really
forward to
cool.
battling Pokemon trainers from all corners of the world. Stay tuned for future announcements regarding the launch date.
I'm still
of
looking
Pokemon
at the
Champions.
background to see if there's anything in particular that's like
Next,
popping
we'd like
out to
to
be
share
like,
some
oh, this is
information about
next.
the languages Pokemon series games will be available in. Mr. Tomás Cortijo, please take it away.
Saludos a todos desde la nueva oficina de Pokémon en la hermosa ciudad de México.
That's a new one.
Soy Tomás Cortijo, director regional para Latinoamérica de The Pokémon Company International. El día de hoy estoy muy feliz de anunciarles
To
que
announce
Pokémon
the Pokemon Champions will be playable
estará disponible en español
in
latinoamericano
Latin
desde el día
America
de su
Spanish
lanzamiento.
at
De
launch.
igual
Oh, that's
forma,
really cool.
además
That's
de los
really
9
cool.
idiomas que los entrenadores
The
y entrenadoras
languages
pueden
that trainers can currently
Leyendas
choose to play
Pokémon
in.
ZA tendrá también la opción de
And
jugarse en
ZA
español
will be in
latinoamericano.
Spanish as well.
Esto significa
Awesome.
que de aquí en adelante habrá 10 idiomas disponibles para jugar. Finalmente,
That's
como ya
really,
anunciamos con
really
anterioridad,
cool.
las futuras expansiones del famoso
Pokemon
juego de
Training
cartas
Game
coleccionables de Pokémon estarán también
Will
disponibles
also be
en
available
español
in
de Latinoamérica.
Spanish.
Localizar productos como Leyendas Pokémon ZA al español latinoamericano permitirá
Millions of
que
new
millones de
fans to
nuevos
join
fans se unan a la comunidad global de Pokémon y se conecten
and
con
connect with
otros
the
jugadores de
global
formas
Pokemon
nunca
community
antes
like
vistas.
never before.
Como
That's
parte
awesome.
de
That is
The Pokémon
awesome.
Company Group, este es un
Does that
claro
mean Worlds is
ejemplo
going to
de
be
nuestra
over
misión
in
de unir al mundo a través
Mexico
de
or
Pokémon.
something? Or
Saber que
there's
los fans
plans for that?
disfrutan aún más de jugar Pokémon en su idioma local nos permite explorar nuevas formas para deleitar a los jugadores de diferentes
In
regiones
more
y
of our
mercados
markets
como
like
Latinoamérica.
Latin America.
Este es un momento increíble para ser fan de Pokémon, sin importar en qué parte del mundo te encuentres, por lo que no puedo esperar para unirme a todos ustedes en sus próximas aventuras. Nos vemos pronto.
That's really cool. That's
Finally,
really, really cool.
Here's the latest
honestly.
update on Pokemon Legends ZA.
Update on Pokemon Legends, buddy. Let's go. Does not reflect actual gameplay experience. Gotta remember that. We're getting a character. We got character models. We got character models. That's the start. It's Luminous City. It's Lagoo. Butzer. Hey, the crocodile. We got our starters. Starters confirmed. Totodile, Tepig, and Chikorita. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Parkour. Parkour. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. What was that mechanic though? Wait. There's the Mega Brace. Wait. Was that the Lucario that's... Okay. We already know about Mega Lucario, but... There's so much going on! Wait. So all the Megas that we normally know are here. We can go upstairs, we can go downstairs. That was who I thought it was, right? That was AZ. That was AZ. That was AZ. Why do you look older?
Pokemon Legends ZA is a new title in the Pokemon series. The story takes place in Lumiose City, the largest city in the Kalos region. Prism Tower stands tall at the center of this city of beautiful vistas. These days, Lumiose is undergoing a high-tech urban redevelopment plan to turn it into a city that people and
Bagon
Pokemon truly share.
and then Larvitar.
After you arrive in Lumiose City to see the sights, you'll meet 3 Pokemon, one of which will become your first partner. Chikorita.
So these have
Epic,
megas. These have
and
to have
Totodile.
megas.
You'll choose one of these Pokemon to accompany you on a new journey as you get to know Lumiose City and its inhabitants. Here are some of the colorful characters
That's
you'll
AZ.
encounter.
That is 100%
When
AZ.
you arrive in Lumiose, you'll meet a new friend and ally, either Urbane or Tawny. The hotel where you'll be staying is run by AZ. You'll also meet his partner, Floette.
Wait, so this is
Lumiose's
after?
redevelopment is being managed by Quasartico Inc. You'll become acquainted with the company's CEO Jet and her secretary Vinny. The different
Vinny!
people you meet will make your time in Lumiose all the richer.
Vinny's a lot taller in this game.
To help people and Pokemon coexist, the city has set up wild zones. These areas, located throughout Lumiose, give wild Pokemon habitats where they can thrive.
So the
To catch one
Pokemon
of
you're
these
actually
wild
encountering
Pokemon,
in
aim
the city
carefully.
itself.
Then throw a Pokeball.
That's
If you're having a
interesting.
hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to catch.
Okay, so the max experience share is still there.
This
I
game
did see
offers
that.
a style of Pokemon battling not seen in previous titles. Moves can have a longer or shorter reach, or different areas of effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
What?
Lead your partner Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move.
So it's like real Pokemon
What's
battling,
more,
like when you
certain
actually
Pokemon
watched
can
it
go beyond
in
evolution by undergoing Mega Evolution.
in the animes.
When a trainer's keystone resonates with the Megastone held by their Pokemon, the Pokemon will do more than just change
We haven't
shape.
seen any new megas yet. No new megas
It'll
yet.
unlock a new level of power, turning the tide of battle in its favor. As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and Pokemon, who knows what kinds of encounters and
I do think that's
experiences
pretty.
will await you.
Zygarde piece. Oh, we're gonna have to do that again, like in
Pokemon
Pokemon
Legends
Sun and
ZA.
Moon.
Coming late 2025.
Late 2025, so we still do not have a defined date yet. What was that?
Pokemon Legends ZA is scheduled to release in late
What was that?
2025.
Is that like how we got to
We hope
The
everybody
Legends
can wait
Arceus?
just a little longer for their adventures in Lumiose City to
I
begin.
don't want to wait any longer.
That concludes our announcements for
No,
today.
no.
Thank
We're gonna
you
have to
very
go back.
much for
We're gonna have to
watching.
go back. We have to go back. We gotta go back and see a few things. Because I know at 6:40 I had to go and double check that stuff. And then I need to look through the Pokemon ZA a little bit and see if there's anything that we missed. Is that truly everything? That is truly everything. Okay. We need to take a step back. Okay. Okay. So at 6:30, we have a new themed booster pack that will be coming out on the 28th, which is technically tomorrow. That is the Triumphant Light, which is going to bring out a lot more EXs that I saw. Let's take a step back just a second. So what did we see? We saw Arceus, we saw Raichu, we saw T-Tar, and we have Power Link. If you have Arceus or Arceus EX in play, so there's going to be two of them. There's going to be EX and there's going to be regular Arceus. Attacks used by do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. T-Tar, I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look because I don't know about Arceus just yet. Oh, we could have read the whole thing. If you have Arceus, okay, so they're all gonna be wrapped around Arceus is what I'm seeing so far. If you have Arceus or EX in play, this Pokemon has no retreat cost. So Arceus is gonna be the big time. If you have Arceus, takes minus 30 damage. Arceus, do 30 more damage. Okay, so it's all wrapped around Arceus as a whole. It doesn't let us see the ability of Arceus though, so I do not know how that's gonna be in a deck. But it's based around Arceus. But the problem I have is with it being only a 20 card deck in Pokemon TCG. I truly don't know if that's gonna be good or bad. I truly don't know. What was the other thing that I was trying to look at? Oh, there was some extra stuff after this. Celebrate the Pokemon Day with a special event, special gift. You can obtain special booster packs guaranteed to include at least one card of a 4-star rarity or higher, available from Thursday the 27th to Wednesday, April 30th. Wow. So maybe it's just a special gift. It's only a 1-pack thing that has it, or I don't know if it's going to continue. It says packs. It says special booster packs guaranteed, but I think it's only these 3, which if I'm not mistaken, I have everything from these 3 packs besides for like Executor EX or something like that. So I don't have to worry too much about that, but they also got special missions are incoming, which gives us a lot more of the trade stuff and all the other hourglasses to really do anything. And it looks like it's going to be for those packs specifically as well. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And I missed this. Ranked matches are coming at the end of March. So we are going to have ranked in Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is really cool to see. Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes real quick, because this is going to change things too. They are bringing in megas into Pokemon TCG Pocket by what I see here, which is really cool. And if we look at the cards real quick, attach up to 3 basic fighting energy cards from your discarded pile to your bench Pokemon in any way. And I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It evolves from the Railu. It doesn't evolve from the Lucario, which is pretty cool. And then the Mega Gardevoir is the same exact way with the Curlia and not the Gardevoir. So it's not like you have to have 4 cards to bring this out. The only catch to it is I did see it on the bottom. It's 3 prize cards. So if this thing dies, it's dead. But look at the HP stat. At 360 and 340, these things aren't going to go away easily. Holy crap, Mega Lucario has 270. Are you sure this is coming to TCG? If this is coming to TCG, this is busted. This is busted and broken. I really hope it doesn't come to TCG just yet. Mega Evolutions is coming. It just says TCG. It doesn't say Pocket, so I'm assuming it's just regular TCG. We don't need Megas just yet. We truly don't. Okay, what was the other thing that I was trying to look at? Most of it was Pokemon Champions looks really cool. Not gonna lie. But what was it? Where was it? It was Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay. This is what I wanted to look at. There was something in particular. These numbers, I only saw up to 8. There's got to be more areas than just 8 because Pokemon is such a big game in general. There's no way that they only give us 8 spots. There's got to be like 15, maybe 20 is what I'm expecting, like in my head to think about. The fact that Totodile is already one of the more popular ones from Gen 2 is getting even more love is really cool. Chikorita, you got 2 Gen 2s. You got 2 Gen 2s in this for the starters. That's a little confusing to me. Not gonna lie. That is a little confusing. And then you just put Tepig in there? There's gotta be some type of reasoning behind it. At least from like the Mega standpoint, I'm assuming. And that looks like a number 1 in the background as well. This is cool. The fact that we get to parkour off of these roofs is gonna be awesome. But I did see the flying animation as well. We get to do that, but it's this right here. It's that right there. So I'm assuming we're going to have a Pokemon to get us over from ledge to ledge or something. I truly don't know. It looks like you're just kind of hovering a little bit. But this battling mechanic of us being able to run around and stuff like that, like our Pokemon's running around, because I don't even think in Legends ZA, Legends Arceus, we got that opportunity. We ran around just fine to battle Pokemon and stuff, but our Pokemon's following us and doing those battles makes it like the anime again, which is super cool. That's a new mechanic that I'm going to absolutely love to death to watch. We didn't get any new megas, though, by what I see. This surprised the absolute crap out of me. Zygarde is 100% in this game. I hope they do right by Zygarde. I truly do. He didn't get much when it came to X and Y to begin with, so I'm a little upset over that. But yes, there was a 4. There's Aegislash, there's Eevee. Those are our 3 starters. And we have new characters. We have our rival. I think it's set up based off of what was it? Based off of who we pick. Which character you meet will depend on the appearance you choose for yourself in the game. So we have
either Urbane or Tawny.
Urbane or Tawny, which okay. I like the styles. They look pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I'm still waiting for like the old school rival in like blue and silver that we used to have, but
the hotel
I like him.
Staying.
That is a tall guy, and his hair is all the way down to his backside. But so this is after. This has to be after everything in X and Y, is what I'm assuming. Because I might be a little bit on the back burner and not realizing if this is future or past, but this is really, really cool. And then the Eternal Flower Floetta. Can we get this, though? Because I know... I don't think it's ever been released to us to be able to even obtain.
Floette.
I don't know about that. That's something that we have to look into. And then we have a new...
by Quasartico Inc. You'll become
Inc., a corporation in Jet and Vinny. I think that's really cool, the fact that it's Vinny. Because what was it? In Legends, in Scarlet and Violet, we had Shady Penguin. We had Shady. And now in Legends ZA, we have Vinny. I think that's really, really cool. Make your time and lose. Okay, so there was the 1, the 2 for wild areas. And the wild areas don't look very big either. I don't know if that's just me. Again, this isn't full gameplay or anything like that. And I'm analyzing this to the absolute woo! But this seems very small. Seems very, very small. That's why the number in my head is like 15 or 20 of these areas. Because what are you gonna do? You're gonna make Larvitar all of a sudden pop up in area 1 or something after you get a certain amount of... we don't even know if there's badges in this game. We don't know if there's badges or how you get to these areas, or if it's like Legends Arceus where you have to complete the Pokedex or something like that. We have no idea yet. I know I saw an 8. No, that was 1. 8. There's the 8. There's the 8. Because I was too worried about the digging in the ground. But yes, so there is 8. We don't see a number there, but you can go up too, with ladders and everything. So there's gonna be, this is where you're gonna find the flying Pokemon, stuff like that. I'm just guessing. The catching mechanic, though, there was something I saw right here, actually. Does it faint and then go dizzy? Or does it get small? There's no health on that Flaffy. There is no health on that Flaffy. So, and they got experience. So that thing is fainted. It's fainted. So does that mean that we're allowed to catch the Pokemon after we faint it instead of the original way that we were doing it, where it's... This is Area 6, by the way. I see it on the map. But normally you have to keep it at like the red health or something like that, or have it burnt or slept or frozen. Do we not have to do that anymore? Is those mechanics just out the window at this point?
making it easier to catch.
Did you get 2 sets of experience though? Hold on.
Having a hard time catching one, have one of your Pokemon use its moves to weaken the target, making it easier to
297.
catch.
And then 198. So yes, that thing 100% fainted, and then you caught it, and then you got more experience. So yeah, that mechanic, by what I'm seeing, is completely out of the window now. This is why I analyze these kind of things, because there's little things that you may not see. This is so cool.
Longer or shorter reach, or different areas of
This is so cool.
effect. So choose your timing and positioning carefully to gain the upper hand.
My question is how do the stats work then? If it's like this. Like speed-wise. I understand defense. I all understand the attack part of it. But speed-wise, how does that contribute? Because Hippowdon should not be up here. should not be up here on top of a building with how heavy it is. Like, so I truly don't know. And that was just stealth rock damage to kill it. So
Pokemon through battles and dodge incoming attacks. Swap Pokemon if you need to and find the right moment to unleash a move. What's more, certain
and then we have all of our megas, all the normal megas that we saw. We saw Ampharos, Charizard,
Pokemon can go
Kangaskhan,
beyond
we had
evolution by
Absol, we had Lucario, we had
shape.
there's the Absol, which Kangaskhan. What's that symbol there? The plus. Is that just the Mega Evolution symbol that they're using? Because I see the Mega down below on the right-hand side by... Maybe the ability of Kangaskhan? There's a time limit. There's a time limit. Hold on.
Or turning the tide of battle in its
If you
favor.
look at the bottom, the Mega gauge, there's a time limit on Megas now. Because it's not turn-based anymore. So, what was the Pokemon game back in the day? With Gengar and Mewtwo and stuff. I don't remember the name of the game. It was on the Wii, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or like the Wii U or something like that. But it's all time-based now. So you have to make sure you predict your stuff accordingly.
As Lumiose continues its transformation into a city that belongs to both people and
Patrat. Nothing in particular pops up here. Coming late 2025. This is weird. This is a promotion match announcement. So I'm assuming this is going to be the league that you're going to be doing. I'm assuming that's probably going to be the league or whatever we're going towards, like the final goal, because normally the final goal is the Elite Four, the champions, something like that. Because in Legends, it's been a while since I played Legend of Arceus. Even Legends of Arceus had something like that, or like a mega boss at the end or something like that, which no spoilers if anybody has never played it, but that is interesting to see, especially with being it glitchy out and kind of things like that. So I think that's about all I saw. I'm probably going to have to watch this a few more times to see what is involved with it and stuff. But that was really, really cool. It was good to finally see some Pokemon Legends ZA stuff coming out. Some of the new games like Pokemon Champions, which looks really, really cool. I'll be able to play on my phone without having to have my Switch and stuff, which bringing the Switch around isn't a bad thing, but we always have our phones on us. So that is really, really cool to see. That's why Pokemon TCG is so big too. You get to play TCG on your phone without any issues. So, and people around the world, you get to not mess, you get to battle, you get to do all that kind of stuff with. So that's really, really cool. I am super, super, super looking forward to it. I cannot wait for more information about these games. Hopefully, maybe not in the next coming weeks now, since we have Pokemon Day, but in the next few months, as the year goes across, we are going to get some more information about these games. And I am so looking forward to seeing what those 3 starters in Chikorita, Tepig, and Totodile are going to mega evolve into. Oh boy! We're going to get new megas. I know it. I know it. I know it. But thank you guys for Thank you guys for staying around and enjoying the Pokemon Presents. I hope I entertained you guys enough with my reactions. But with that being said, you guys have yourself a great day, great Pokemon day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.